Betty lived alone in a small apartment in a quiet town by the ocean, accompanied only by her beloved cat, Bandit. Bandit was her constant companion, a mischievous yet affectionate feline who loved to explore the surrounding areas of their home. Every evening, just before dusk, Bandit would return with a morbid present, a gift of bloody rodent remains. Betty, though initially taken aback, grew accustomed to these grisly offerings and attributed them to Bandit's hunting instincts. One fateful day, Betty ventured to the local grocery store, not far from her apartment. As she browsed the aisles, a hurried man bumped into her, spilling her basket of groceries onto the floor. Startled, Betty looked up to see the man glaring at her.
"Watch where you're going,"
he barked, his tone loud and harsh. Caught off guard by his rudeness, Betty responded,
"You're the one who bumped into me!"
Her challenge only seemed to infuriate him further.
"Because you were in my way,"
he snapped back, his voice laced with disrespect. Unfazed, Betty stood her ground.
"Don't mess with me! I don't like rude idiots!"
she declared, shooting him a defiant glare. Before he could reply, she added with a smirk,
"What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?"
The man stormed off without another word, leaving Betty to collect her groceries and head home, slightly shaken by the encounter. That evening, as dusk settled over the apartment, Betty waited for Bandit's familiar meow at the door. Sure enough, she heard his gentle scratch and opened the door to find him waiting with his usual offering. But this time, something was different. Bandit dropped his gift at her feet, a grisly, bloody tongue. Shocked and repulsed, Betty recoiled, her mind racing with fear and confusion. She glanced around nervously, the encounter with the rude man echoing in her thoughts. Could this be his tongue? Later that week, Betty saw a picture of a missing person report in the local paper of the man who had confronted her at the grocery store. The pieces began to fall into place, a sinister connection between Bandit's unsettling gift and the man's sudden disappearance. Betty, shaken to her core, realized the eerie truth, that sometimes words could provoke more than just anger.